Welcome to Beginner's Course on Programmatic Advertising. In many industries, automation and artificial intelligence made every sector effective, efficient, profitable, and more powerful than before. Likewise, even in digital media advertising, they have shown successful results in this area ever before, year on year, for all the players in the ecosystem. One of the biggest trends in current digital media advertising is programmatic advertising. In my previous video, we have covered the following topics to understand the definition of programmatic advertising in layman terms: media and advertising, business in traditional digital media, automation and artificial intelligence, data and real time. What is programmatic advertising? In this video, we are going to cover introduction to programmatic advertising completely in buyer's point of view, and will cover seller's point of view in the next video. Buyers means who purchase ad inventory created by publishers. Let's look at the agenda of this video. History and rise of programmatic advertising ecosystem, inventory and price, real-time bidding, data and targeting, devices, ad formats, creatives, omni-channel approach, measurement, inventory quality, ad verification, and conclusion. Without any further delay, let's begin the session. History of programmatic advertising. Initially, first display ad was launched in 1994. This is just like how content image renders in websites. In 1996, ad server was launched. Publishers and advertisers used ad servers for ad delivery and ad management. With a rapid increase in number of players in the ecosystem, a new player came into picture, that is ad networks. The first ad network appeared between 1998 and 2000. Famous ad networks such as Google AdSense were also launched during this period. In between 2005 and 2007, Ad Exchange and Demand Side platform launched. Ad exchanges centralize the marketplace where buying and selling happens. Real-time bidding method of buying started from here. With automated process, ads are bought and sold in real time, meeting the requirements of players in the industry. From 2007 to 2010, number of brands adapted to programmatic have increased and growth began from here. Rise of programmatic advertising. Graph in this slide shows the percentage of annual share between programmatic and non-programmatic digital spend. In the year 2012, programmatic advertising was 10% share of total digital spend. Later on, it increased rapidly on annual basis and reaching up to 69% by 2020 and is expected to reach 72% by 2021, which is 7 times increase in percentage from 2012 to 2020. This is the simple view of programmatic advertising ecosystem, which includes key players and ad tech platforms which are interconnected to each other. Learners who are completely new to this subject, this ecosystem seems to be very complex, but trust me, once we go through each one, it looks like an interesting one, easily understandable subject. I will cover each one in detail in future videos. Every transaction takes place in the ecosystem because of a common product known as ad inventory. It is a source of advertising opportunities in the form of ad impressions, which are supplied by the publishers or sellers and are purchased by the buyers or advertisers. In between them, all ad technologies features are involved and help to make connections between them. Advertisers, ad server, ad agencies, trade desk, DSPs, DMP, and some other technologies are on buyer side of ecosystem. They connect to seller side with the help of ad exchange. Finally, the whole process involved in reaching the marketer to consumer. Both buyers and sellers use programmatic technology to make their process and operations smooth and easier. There are always new future technologies and processes that emerge constantly. We will be covering each one in detail in future videos. Let's assume you started a restaurant business that offers all kinds of food varieties. It is running successfully and want to grow and expand. Now you want people to hear about your business and visit your place and win more customers. You are planning to advertise your business. In addition to offline advertising, you have chosen multiple digital channels and methods to reach consumers online. In this case, you have also included programmatic channel in your marketing strategy. Let's see what is the impact your advertising campaign will have if you have chosen programmatic channel in your marketing campaign. Here, let's take an example of ad campaign. The given details are just for an example for your understanding purpose. You want to purchase 10 million ad impressions at the rate of 4 CPM. That is, for every 1000 ad impressions for your ad, you will pay $4. Here, maximum value means that you don't want to pay above that value for any ad inventory. Also with definite set of targeting and creative 300 cross 250. So our next task is to find and get the ad inventory. In terms of inventory exposure, let's see the difference between programmatic and non-programmatic channels. In non-programmatic, buyers or advertisers have only limited set of inventory access. For example, Google Display Network is limited to Google partner sites. As we have seen in programmatic advertising ecosystem, it consists of players such as advertisers, publishers, media agencies, and ad networks and other ad tech platforms, all of which helps to get access to global inventory available in real time. In non-programmatic, it is manual process of buying media, which involves manual insertion orders, requests for proposals, human negotiation, etc. In programmatic, media buying is automated and in all those manual process wherever required can be done with software platforms and it saves time for humans and also makes error free. When there is limited access to the inventory, it is evident that limited scale and reach is possible. Whereas in programmatic, connecting to multiple players and platforms makes inventory available at scale and reach. In non-programmatic, buyers don't have the choice of buying relevant impressions on an individual basis and have to purchase inventory in bulk and it is under the control of publisher or seller. In case of programmatic, buyers can have a choice of purchasing inventory by individual impressions and get the maximum value for every single impression. In this case, even advertisers or buyers have the control over the purchasing inventory. Once you have the inventory, let us see what price this inventory can be purchased by comparing both programmatic and non-programmatic. In programmatic advertising, it is possible to find media at a lower cost, whereas in traditional method, you are likely to end up buying at a higher price. Let's take an example to explain this. There is an ad space and you are planning to purchase at a maximum CPM of $4 for your ad campaign. If you choose any non-programmatic channel, we can say it is ad space or inventory buying because you are purchasing all the impression at once at a fixed rate where every impression is bought at the same price as shown in the figure. A rate of CPM $4 means spending each impression at 0.004. First, second, third, and so on, all the impressions are bought at the same price. You may not be sure if all those impressions are delivered to the relevant users. For example, your creative is an image ad related to food offers and mostly delivered to the irrelevant users which are not in your targeting list, such as electronics, books, etc. Out of 1000 impressions, if 600 impressions are shown to irrelevant users, those impressions are not worth enough when compared with remaining 400 impressions. Moreover, you would have purchased those 600 impressions from other seller or publisher. This is just like buying vegetables in bulk where you may find that few are not fit for cooking. In programmatic advertising, you don't have to buy impressions in bulk. Ads can be shown to right person at a variable price for individual impressions in real time. We can say it as audience buying. You can see this here on the right. You are in a food business. You can get the chance to choose the audience who are interested in your product, having various options such as placements, keywords, categories, demographics, various audience such as in-market, affinity, life events, etc. The price at which each impression is purchased changes depending on different factors and is always less than the maximum price set by the advertisers. Finally, If we look at the average price at which impressions are purchased, the CPM is very less. In non-programmatic, net value is equal to maximum rate at which you are willing to purchase here. In this example, it is $4. Whereas in programmatic, net value is lower than maximum rate. Here it is $2.8. If we calculate for planned impressions, the total budget for non-programmatic comes around $4,000, whereas in programmatic $2,800, which is less than the non-programmatic. Any marketer always wants and tries to reach their goals at a lower rate. This can be achieved in programmatic media buying. As a buyer, you might be really happy with the average rate at which all the impressions are purchased, which in turn leads to saving on your budget for the same number of targeted impressions. What we have learned from this is non-programmatic is all about ad space buying with bulk purchase at a fixed price, whereas in programmatic it is audience buying, purchasing individual impressions at less than the maximum price in auctions in real time. What makes it possible in programmatic advertising is real-time bidding or RTB. Real-time bidding or RTB is an automated process of buying and selling online ad inventory on auction basis in real time. For every single impression which is made available by the sellers from the large number of eligible buyers who bid participate in the auction. Among the buyers, whoever wins, their ads are placed in the seller's inventory. The whole process takes place in milliseconds. Every single impression purchased on a basis of bid to get the best value, which in turn keeps the cost low. The value of each impression determined by the machines. All this happens in Ad Exchange, which is an online auction marketplace where a large number of buyers and sellers connect for buying and selling of ad inventory in real time. The Ad Exchange is similar to the stock exchange. In the early stages of programmatic advertising, RTB is only one type of method of purchasing ad inventory. RTB is a subset of programmatic advertising. If RTB is a subset, are there any other methods by which buyer can purchase ad inventory? The answer is definitely yes. With innovations and advancements in ad technology on year basis, providing solution to every player as per their requirements in the ecosystem, they evolved new methods of buying along with an existing one. Based on the pricing type, number of buyers and sellers involved, volume of inventory, programmatic buying methods can be divided into 4 main types. Those are the transaction types. Let's discuss on this. Open auction, which is also known as real-time bidding, where auction is open to all eligible buyers for every impression that made available in the marketplace. Likewise, private auction is also same as open auction, only difference is auction is open to only few eligible buyers. In this table, you can see two other buying methods. One is preferred deal and another one is programmatic guaranteed, which is a fixed pricing type and it is just takeover of direct buying in the traditional method. In traditional method of media buying, buyers cannot take the advantage of deals. All these inventory buying methods will be discussed in more detail in future videos. Along with the inventory part, pricing and buying methods, there is another important one that one needs to know about buyers, which motivates them to bid every single impression and make it more valuable than other, that is data and advanced targeting. From inventory buying to audience buying, using data in real time with automated technology made programmatic advertising different from other digital channels. DMPs or data management platforms integrated into programmatic buying platforms that help to make purchasing decisions. The data used in purchasing decisions by machines have a huge impact on finding the right audience which are actually interested in your product or services. Audience data can be made into several segments such as demo, affinity, in-market, lifestyle, detailed demo, first, second and third party and so on. But in case of networks like Google Ads, it offers only Google's own data. Using audience data, we can avoid targeting irrelevant audiences and so that it reduces wastage of ad spend. This also strengthens the targeting. Once the data is ready to match the requirements, it doesn't mean that you know everything about the user. One needs to use other targeting options too. As the data is not in the picture, traditional method, where you buy all kind of users at the same price and budget may spent on consumers who may not be relevant or not interested. Whereas programmatic has several targeting options, and with narrow targeting, every dollar spent goes to potential customers of your product or services. So that we can reduce the wastage of ad spend and help to show ads to the people that fit your specific target market. Finally, we can achieve targeting right user at right place at right time with the right price with right message. If advertisers wants to target specific websites, keywords or page categories, in programmatic advertising, AdTech platform has built-in targeting options. Some of the targeting options like keywords, categories, brand safety, viewability, device targeting, page position, placements, and many more. Targeting based on each stage of decision making process with a combination of data and various other targeting options is to make it as narrow as possible and to reach ideal customers. Whether the customer at any part of the purchase funnel, with the implementation of various programmatic strategies, brands can use data and targeting options to reach their objectives like brand awareness, consideration, drive action, etc. Device and ad formats. Nowadays, users are on multiple devices and watching content on different channels. Traditional method allows only few ad formats like basic display, video, and others. As programmatic advertising evolving into other media channels, buyers have various options to target and reach consumers on various devices and channels, and also they can reach with various ad formats like display, video, mobile, native, rich media, audio, digital out of home, connected TV, OTT, and others. Cross device targeting. In traditional method, it is difficult for marketers or advertisers to identify the same user across multiple devices. In programmatic advertising, buyers can use cross device targeting option to target the same user across multiple devices, and ads can be shown in different environments too. With this, buyers can have unified messages about their ads and prevent repeated ads from showing the same user even if the frequency cap is set. Creatives. Programmatic technology provides solution to optimize towards best performing creative in real time. With the help of dynamic creative optimization, advertiser can serve relevant ads with dynamic messages relevant to the user that ensures accurate targeting. Sequential messaging can also be delivered to the consumers. Buyers can still optimize towards the most effective messages for a campaign by using existing creative in real time. In this slide, it shows the programmatic spend on video increasing on annual basis. The increased time spent on digital audio when compared with radio shows great opportunities here too as programmatic evolves into audio platforms. Programmatic spend on connected TV is also growing rapidly. Even programmatic spend on digital out of home and OTT streaming platform is also growing year on year. Omnichannel approach. In traditional method, it is tough for buyers to set up and run individual advertising campaigns on a separate platform. Using DSPs, advertisers, agencies, trade desks can centralize their media buys, which includes various formats like display, video, audio, CTV, native, and so on by integrating audience data across multiple inventory sources, SSPs, ad exchanges, ad networks in a centralized management platform. Buyers can have a single view of all campaigns with different formats and customer journey. Control of budget and ad campaign. In non-programmatic channels, limited settings to control budget, bid, and other ad settings. In programmatic, buyers can control the budget in various levels with several pacing options and eliminate the budget waste on audiences who may not be their potential customers, and also reduces the cost involved in human involvement and wherever necessary. Buying a single impression at a time is a cost efficient solution and is under the control of the buyer. Budgets can be split across media as well as separate segments between objectives, categories, buying methods, devices, channels, ad formats, etc. Buyers have flexibility of managing ad campaigns unlike traditional methods. Buyers can create different sets of data and segments that they want to test instead of having single large campaign. Setting frequency capping not only controls budget spend and identify unique users, but also helps in distributing ad messages evenly across targeted audiences. Measurement. Once the campaign is launched, in traditional method, advertisers have to wait for a long time to see the results. Once after the data is ready, by looking at the campaign performance, it's already too late to make any changes. Whereas in programmatic, platforms make it possible to get the reports in real time and measure the performance of campaigns on various dimensions and metrics in granular. In the reports, we can also see sellers, buyers, and have transparency over who bought at what price, etc. This helps to obtain valuable insights, measure the true value, optimize whenever and wherever necessary, and improve the results. Optimization. In programmatic advertising, optimization in real time helps to make budget spend more effectively and also to reach ideal customers as well. You can stop non performing strategies anytime and optimize towards well performing strategies. Through artificial intelligence learning, buyers receive suggestions for optimizations from DSPs like DV360. Either they can use those suggestions or take help of those and implement own ideas. Buyers can use various bid strategies options and see how each one works. With all these, buyers can test and learn from it and then continue to optimize by applying changes whenever and wherever necessary. From experience of managing campaigns, buyers can get a chance of a continuous learning curve about how programmatic campaigns are performing as per their strategy, which is different from traditional methods. Along with the experience, if buyers have a passion towards what they are working on, it definitely adds as an additional advantage. In traditional method of media buying, buyers cannot get the transparency of where their ads are serving, cost and fees involved, customer journey in the purchase funnel, and so on. But in programmatic advertising, with the transparency layer, buyers can see on which sites their ads are placed, customer journey through purchase funnel, campaign insights, cost and fee associated in the ecosystem, and so on. Buyers can obtain true return on investment with transparency in overall media buying. Transparency helps to build trust among buyers in the ecosystem, build relationships with everyone in the supply chain, and start to invest more in this sector, which also benefits other players in the ecosystem. Programmatically, having access to global inventories, which includes different types of content. Even with all targeting settings, with all relevant audience data, categories, and so on, what if an ad is shown alongside content that is unsafe for brand's reputation and image? Inventory quality helps to determine whether the ads being served to the right context, shown besides the content if it is safe for brand reputation, ad impression actually from human or any invalid traffic, or ads actually seen by consumers or not, and many more. All of these factors have an impact on inventory quality. For example, when a famous automobile company's brand launches a new model, if that model ad is shown next to an article which is related to road accident, that affects a brand image or reputation, right? Brand safety targeting has come into light to exclude unsafe content and protects brand reputation. It ensures buyers only purchase ad inventory that meets the brand safety requirements. Some of the brand safety targeting options are digital content labels, sensitive categories. DSPs have various targeting options and exclusions to exclude any keywords, categories, placements, and some others. For example, during pandemic situation, buyers can exclude topics, keywords, websites related to those if they feel it affects brand's reputation. The first impression is the best one. Advertisers always want to make it. Ad verification. In addition to brand safety, there are other factors that have an impact on inventory quality. They are viewability, ad fraud, domain spoofing, invalid traffic, and so on, which causes buyers loss of lots of ad spend. Buyers have to make sure they find the high quality inventory that drives as much as higher ROI and ensures they reach targeted audience. With ad verification technology, buyers can ensure their ad is shown on a quality inventory and get most value for their ad spend. They can work with ad technology vendors and verified partners. DSPs have integrated technologies like brand safety and viewability and also have the option to choose third party ad verification technologies like IIS, WVerify, Mode, etc. Buying inventory from authorized sellers who use ads.txt can address the issue of domain spoofing. We shall discuss about this in detail in future videos. Having all these in the picture makes the buyers to move towards programmatic, and most of the major brands are already adopted and started to bring in-house. Let's conclude this video with the below main points. One of the major benefits of programmatic advertising is that reaching potential audience with narrow targeting to ideal customers and track the performance. Programmatic media buying is customer centric and provides consumers with a better experience of advertising during their journey in purchase funnel. Buyers can send messages and offers that are relevant to them, which in turn delivers better results with better response rates and return on investment. With all collections of data points, buyers can target consumers with more personalized ads that can be used to tailor their brand experience in real time. Programmatic advertising makes the whole process faster, can save a lot of time and money in getting massive reach and scale of quality media and right audiences, which is difficult and challenging in traditional method of media buying. Redefining in all points can improve overall efficiency for every move. Overall, the efficiency is greater than any other media channel. With all this, it increases return on investment. Finally, targeting the right user at the right place at the right time with the right message with the right price is possible in programmatic advertising. We gave our best in buyer's point of view. We will also cover seller's point of view. In case if you are completely new to this subject, don't worry. We will be covering every topic with basics in future videos. Stay connected to learn programmatic advertising in detail and keep updated in the industry. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any queries and would like to share your valuable feedback, feel free to write to learnersearchglobal@gmail.com or under the comment section of this video. Please subscribe to our channel and click on bell icon to get notification of every video we upload.